Hi everyone, this is Anissa and Dion, and in today's product showcase, we're going to space with the Tom Sachs Rocket Factory. The assembly line is almost open and ready to manufacture dreams. So speaking about dreams, Tom Sachs, Jen, and myself are going to be sharing our narratives on dream rockets. And not only are you going to be able to decide on who the best storyteller is, but also who will forever have bragging rights. So in addition to that, you will also have a chance to share your own story. So put your thinking caps on and prepare yourselves. A unique chance to win a rocket component lies ahead. Hey guys, how are you guys doing? It's been a while.
Oh, awesome. Super psyched. Thank you guys so much for all your support. We're really happy with the way the launch went. And are psyched to continue the journey. It's just the beginning. We're just lifting off.
I love all these puns. You guys, people in this space have been saying this is the smoothest rollout, the smoothest NFT rollout in NFT history. So congratulations on that.
Thanks. Well, thanks NFT Studios, because it's all the back end. Heavy lifting for heavy rockets.
Shout out to Leandro.
Yeah, shout out. And Noel, too.
So let's talk about dreams. Tom Sachs. You put so much thought into this. You crafted this very, very carefully. But I'm pretty sure there is one specific rocket that you were envisioning from the beginning. Can you tell us a little bit more about what's your personal favorite out of this?
That's an impossible answer. But my whole thing is I make stuff that I want. I make the world not the way it is, but the way I want it to be. Like I only want to dress in Chanel and Hermes and only drive Ferraris and only eat at McDonald's, but my lifestyle doesn't allow me to do that. So in my dream rocket, this might come as a surprise, but I want to have Skippy on Wonder Bread with sliced Snickers, like salami, like Snickers bar sliced like salami in between the peanut butter. And I want to eat that sandwich while watching a launch. So Snickers, Wonder Bread, Skippy.
I've never heard of that combination. I've never. This is insane. Salami, Skippy. How does that work? What is the story behind that?
So you get a Snickers bar. You put it on a cutting board, and you make sure that the Snickers is in the fridge, and then you get so it's not too. Doesn't get gummy when you cut through with a really sharp knife, and you make like 1/4 inch or maybe 3/8 inch thick slices of Snickers salami, and you put it on a Wonder Bread that's been buttered with peanut butter, and you make like a Snicker sandwich.
Aram and Charlie, have you not stopped Tom from this? This is an abomination. My mind is, how is he not getting sick over this? Like, my stomach would literally throw up. Like, if I can't imagine this. How is this appealing?
I know. Even watching it sounds like it might. Yeah.
This is from the man who invented the Rizzio, which I will say is a better invention.
Rizzio.
Where you take an Oreo and you take one side off and you replace it with a Ritz cracker, so it's sweet and salty.
Okay.
And they're the same diameter, so it lines up perfectly.
It's so specific. I was just thinking, this is crazy. It's like My Strange Addiction on TLC, but like salami and Skippy edition.
Oh my God, amazing. So Tom, you had a very serious rule, and I thought, oh my God, this rule is so incredibly serious, it will never be broken. And then I was taking a look at the rockets, just hanging around, trying to see what could be built. And I found something here. And I want you to tell me a little bit about this. If I can get you to talk about it. This monstrosity here. You use purple.
Well, yeah. Rules are very important because they help you fight against the existential abyss. When you have a big imagination, sometimes it's hard to figure out what the hell you're going to do, and you can't even get out of bed. So, yeah, purple is the forbidden color in the studio. If you look around, you will not see any purple. And it's not that I hate purple. I love it. I just think that it's very hard to get the shade right. It's the color of kings. It's difficult. It's the favorite thing about the Lakers is the purple and yellow. LeBron too, but the color is my main thing. And I think that it's important that you have these rules that you really abide to, and then when you break them, you make them count. So we're gonna break it hard. And the purple rocket is forbidden rocket. It's the only one that doesn't have any logos or brands. It's just pure forbidden.
One of a kind.
One of a kind. But in a way, it's the rarest of the one of a kinds because it doesn't have any brand or anything. It's just the pure color.
Yeah, and can even slap a sticker there, unfortunately.
You cannot. And you can, but I just think it's important. Like, we're very strict and serious about the rules, and there's always a time when you can break a rule if you spend enough time respecting it. And it's important to retain that sense of mental flexibility. If you, dear listener, are challenged by this concept, you're welcome.
I would love to hear this in like a school, and you just say, I just have this flexibility with these rules, and that's why I break them.
It's hard. I mean, I think the thing. I learned this by breaking one of the rules of like thou shalt not read thy YouTube comments, because it's like the region of like the most misogynistic, racist, anti-Semitic. It's like pure hatred lies in those comments, and I realized what people are hating is this concept of uncertainty. Like, they love rules. The internet computers love rules. Computers are a set of rules, but art and life must at some times break them, because half your time you're dreaming and nothing makes sense there. That's why we're so engaged with our dream space. Some cultures think that's real life, and our waking hours are the insignificant times.
That's amazing. You're a real life Don Quixote, man.
Thank you. Trying. It's a process.
I think you're achieving. So when I was thinking about what would be my dream rocket, I wasn't thinking exactly about what would be made of other than colors. I just thought about the colors. And I would want a rocket that has red to represent the most common occurring photon in the universe, right? That's the infrared one. And then to contrast with the purple of the, as you say, the color of the kings. And I would also like to have a little bit of blue as the tail, because it would be fueled by the color that the ancients had no name for. It's the unknown. It's the unnameable. So yeah, I went really deep there, but I want to craft it red, purple, and blue. That's my dream rocket.
That is some cosmic shit, man.
Also, probably would be the rarest one of one Franken to ever exist.
Yeah. That's like that's to go out of the solar system.
Hopefully.
Red, blue, and purple.
But imagine a Coke head, a purple body, and a Tiffany tail. What it would take, the rockets that would never be to accomplish that rocket.
Well, it's almost like you're,
Oh
wow. and just if I could, I would just slap Hello Kitty there in the purple, a sticker, just to rub it off.
Yeah. That is, I think that's what this time is about. It's like, let's dream and dream big. I think you kind of nailed it. If you put a sticker, I would even put a rarer sticker than Hello Kitty. Like
what?
I don't know, what's the Jenny, Picasso? What else is a one of one?
Jenny,
10
Picasso,
bullets.
Chiquita.
You put 10 bullets on the
I put the 10 bullet sticker on there because there's only one of those on the purple.
10 bullets one.
To fully further offend as further sacrilege of the purple concept, that it's like one of the bullets, basically purple as a forbidden color is practically a bullet. It's part of the color bullets, definitely.
Yeah. And 10 bullets for those who don't know.
That's our studio. 10 bullets is the movie of the ethics of the studio, and it was followed up by color which is the color code of the studio. So yeah, you put a 10 bullet sticker on that onto the purple body, you're really saying fuck you to our values.
In the best way.
Yeah, in very in the right kind of heretical manner.
Yeah. Since you're gonna break the rules, you gotta break them right.
All right. Drop that egg, smash it on the ground, and step on it.
That's amazing. Oh my god, let me bring back the rockets.
Wow,
that's going to be hard to beat.
I don't know how you can have a rare rocket like that.
Oh my god, and now I want to find the sticker options. We want to talk about the rarity of them.
So,
we don't
the easiest.
So we don't have...
Yeah, the easiest way we're updating like a sort function for that.
That's going to be that's
part of the marketplace updates coming.
Ooh,
yeah. So very soon we're going to have increased sort ability on our website where you'll be able to sort by sticker.
Yep.
So that's
okay. Yeah, no, but it's fun to search for them as well, so it's fine.
Yeah.
The 10 bullet sticker is on a Nike Craft tail right now.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a Nike one. Okay, I'm gonna search for that. No, I just want you to tell us a little bit more about like what comprises the rarity on the project, because I know you're a big collectibles fan as well. So
the rarity. Oh yeah, that's the one of one. That's a one of one only Chiquita banana nose cone. So the one of one stickers are Chiquita, 10 bullets, Picasso. There's a stamp, a very rare stamp. On a USPS, like the rarest stamp. So those are 4, or there were just those 4. So just those are the 4 one-of-one rockets, one-of-one stamps, and the Satanic Star. There are a bunch of those. There are a bunch of Hello Kitties. There's some American flags.
But then I think that this project just has so many layers that way. There's also a one-of-one instance of a sticker that maybe is really common, like Hello Kitty is a more common sticker, but it only occurs one time on a McDonald's part.
Right. So
then it's like the only occurrence of that sticker in conjunction with McDonald's. So I think that there's a lot of ways to look at and think about the rarity and the attributes.
Right. So the stickers have a greater population on the less rare rockets, and the one-of-one rockets typically don't have stickers, but the association of like that one Hello Kitty sticker, which is one of the least rare stickers on a McDonald's rocket, which is also not that rare. They're both kind of in the middle, but there's only one that's in that combination. To me, Hello Kitty and that's to me a holy grail part, because McDonald's is such an important part of the studio. We've made our own McDonald's restaurant from scratch, like everything. We've sold hamburgers, and Hello Kitty is an important icon. She is like my soft side, like the opposite to the violent side of the studio, and she's part of my identity. She's born in 1976 in London. She weighs about 3 apples. Her sister's name is Mimi, and her boyfriend's name is Dear Daniel, and like she is me, and she's one of my alter egos. She's an important part of my identity. I really identify with and as Hello Kitty for many, many years. Like she's an important part. And McDonald's is my favorite restaurant. Whenever people ask like for what my favorite restaurant, I always say it's McDonald's, and it's true, especially in Japan. Best McDonald's, because in Japan's the only place where when you get the hamburger, it looks exactly like the photo. It's really cool. Like, so, like when you go to Japan, everyone goes to Japan. Like, why would you waste one of you're only there for a week or whatever. Why would you waste a meal at McDonald's and when you could be eating at some incredible noodle place or sushi or whatever? And I always say no. That's like the best meal you could have in Japan.
1,000%. It's funny because you put 7-Eleven there, because essentially 7-Eleven is like the national mascot, the national convenience store of like Japan, and the food there is like eating at a Michelin star restaurant, right? Like you sit there, you put in the oven, not the oven, but the microwave, and it comes out, and it's like, where am I? You're transported in this area that it's clean, everyone's polite, the food's amazing, and it's like, it's not false advertising. The food genuinely looks like the advertisements. They don't even need to edit anything.
No, we get the rice triangles, the
Oh my God, yes.
Onigiris and
yes.
onigiri, and they
onigiri,
the paper is the plastic is like between the rice and the seaweed. So if you unpeel it carefully as per the instructions, and it takes a couple tries, it can still be crispy.
Oh yes, exactly. I know what you mean. They wrap the seaweed.
If you get onigiri in New York, it's always soggy. Like don't even bother. It's not worth it. Or unless you like make it yourself. But yeah, and so like you can go to Tokyo and have like dinner for like 500 yen, $5.
Yes.
7-Eleven.
At 7-Eleven, and it's like, and it's legit. It's not like you're having Doritos and a Coke. It's like
it's full meal. It's a full meal.
Yeah, it's real.
Absolutely.
Oh, there it is, 7-Eleven. Yeah, and I think and like
yeah, go ahead.
And I've been to Japan so many times, and I've been there like in recent years after building this whole career, but I also went there when I was totally broke, and 7-Eleven made it that I could have like an incredible, like rich experience on very little money. So,
well, and Tom, you always say that 7-Eleven is going to 7-Eleven is as inspiring sometimes to your work as going to a museum.
Yeah, I would say like the Philadelphia Museum of Art is like second best to any 7-Eleven in Japan.
It's different. It's different everywhere too. So it's incomparable. It's interesting, right?
Oh yeah. And we I think Lawson's is really good.
Oh, Lawson's is good. Lawson's is good.
Yeah, and I don't want to keep like going back to like peanut butter and Wonder Bread again, because I know I've like thoroughly offended you. But my favorite thing at Lawson's is like these. They get 2 pieces of Wonder Bread and put peanut butter in between, and they smash it on a machine and laser cut the crust away. And and they laser etch peanut into the bread.
No.
Yeah, and it's like
live.
Sorry.
They do this live?
No, it's prepackaged, but it's like fresh. It's delivered every day, and you bite into it. There's also a tuna one where they laser engrave a fish into it, so you don't get them confused. Thank God.
Oh, I could have seen it before. I love it.
But that's my favorite. Someday I'll tell you about how that sandwich saved my life. That's another.
Oh my gosh.
But like I had a food incident, and that was like
stories. It's crazy.
But like everything in this project has like, I don't know, a real true story behind everything. So like there's meaning behind, and some of it might be very personal. Or this one, like we're looking at this tail assembly, obviously like, pay attention. Like there are connecting cultural things that will be revealed forthcoming with particular parts, like
particular rocket.
So yes,
brands.
Some particular rockets will afford you access to other things in the metaverse and meet space.
Ooh.
Because rockets.
Oh wow.
Spaces.
Yeah, and not just Nike Craft, but definitely including Nike Craft.
Absolutely.
I think it's warm up to the storytelling, Tom.
Yeah.
Well, you're saying these brands all like tell some part of your story, that they all come from your practice and from who you are, but the rest of us might also have.
Yeah, these are just my stories, but your stories are just as important. We want to hear your stories, because these are not. The studio might generate this, but this is our project community. This doesn't exist without you. So your stories are just as important as ours. And like, I want to hear them. And I want to hear them today, and I want to hear them going forward. We've got some storytelling challenges that I think are open to the community. We will be revealing more information forthcoming, but it's our clear intention that this is a community project, and it doesn't work without you. As Buckminster Fuller said, we're all traveling through space at 126,000 miles per hour on this planet, spaceship Earth. None of us are passengers. All of us are crew. Either all of us are going or none of us are going.
Oh my God, Tom. I think that's a perfect segue for us to announce then the Dream Rocket narrative context. So to have a chance to win a full component, all you have to do is go to Twitter, write a narrative, and use the hashtag Dream Rocket. You have 48 hours. The team is going to be judging the best narrative, and yeah, if you are a good storyteller, there is your chance to participate in the project, earn yourself a component, and yeah, man, I'm just blown away by your generosity, Tom Sachs and team, and yeah, I really want to see what the community will come up with.
Yeah. So hashtag Dream Rocket.
Exactly. So you can hashtag Dream Rocket, and if you actually write down the 3 components and a sticker now, we will actually pick them out live, and we'll actually do a competition where each one of us is going to have to come up with a story, and the person and the community can vote on who is the best storyteller. And again, I have a personal challenge with Aram because I told her that I wasn't going to back down on this. I came with a question. I said that this is on. We're going to be keeping track on our Twitter. So remember, guys, hashtag Dream Rocket and tag the whale community. And what we're going to do is we're going to be picking your submissions, and Tom, Charlie, Gian, Aram, and myself are going to have to come up with stories, and the community is going to vote on the best storyteller. And Tom's already smiling because he has books on this. He's been a storyteller his whole life. I mean, what more do I have to say?
But Anissa, are you going to share your story with us?
Yes, I am going to tell my story. So it's interesting, right? Because if I had to build my dream rocket, it would probably be the nose cone would be the cup noodles, because it's gotten me through many sleepless nights. It's been a lifesaver for me. So kudos to Nissan, which I think is what it's based on. So, it's getting me through a lot of tough nights, especially at 3 a.m. just working. So huge shout out. And then I would probably have the body at 7-Eleven because I think, I'm just paying homage to the great 7-Elevens and the Lawsons. I mean, what more do I have to say? It's self-explanatory. If you haven't been to Lawson, if you haven't been to 7-Eleven, book a flight to Japan. You can probably live there, outside the store, and you'd be fine. They're open 24/7 as well. If I was a poster child for 7-Eleven, I would totally be that. Yeah. But for the end, I would put a Hello Kitty because it is probably the national mascot of Hello Kitty. I was a huge fan of it as a kid. I remember having this toy that my parents gave me when I was younger, and it was just singing "Sha la 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 la." I don't remember the song anymore, but I think it was "Sha la la" in the morning. But it holds very true to my heart, and so this would be my dream rocket. It's like every Japanese or Asian girl's dream is just 7-Eleven, cup noodles, and Hello Kitty. It's a dream rocket.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's also like my dream weekend in Tokyo.
Oh my God, yes. It's like you see all of these so often everywhere, essentially, right?
Yeah. And, I also think like that cup noodles for so many of us who have built big things have started like with nothing. And it's like a way that you can make the hunger problem go away for $1. And like, I don't know, cup noodles has I know it's like a lot of salt and it's not the best thing to eat, but it can be elevated. Like, I don't know if you ever, again, going back to McDonald's thing, but if you ever like chopped up scallions and put it in and done anything to it, it's like legit. We also used to cook food for everyone. Like we'd all take turns once a week to make lunch for everyone, and there was like a budget for like the whole team, and Charlie's didn't you serve ramen to everyone?
Yeah, I served instant ramen for everyone, but and it was the only time I was allowed to serve lunch.
Oh my gosh.
It was all about the add-ons. It was nice.
Yeah.
It was really good. It's like boiled eggs and chopped onions and all the other cool stuff.
Ramen surprise.
Yeah, but
everyone's done it.
everyone was like, what the hell?
But there's like a universal thing. I think it's something that connects us all. So
you guys, food is definitely a connector. Do you guys eat dry ramen, or do you guys eat, ramen with soup? Because I know some people, they put butter and cheese in there. And I somehow seeing like Charles at the back, like just like smiling, just nodding his head. But I don't know if that's his purpose.
It's totally a thing.
It is.
Yeah. Well, there's not Nissan, but that other company makes like macaroni and cheese ramen.
Oh my gosh, is that a thing?
It's a thing. I can't remember what's the other company. It's like the one.
Velveeta.
It's one. No. It's one cheaper than Nissan. It's
Mancha.
Yeah.
Or Top Ramen.
No,
Top ramen, is it?
it's starts with an M, like Manchuria.
Mancha or something.
Anyway, that is actually Pat McCarthy eats those all the time. I mean, he's the unhealthiest person I know, but it's really good, especially if you add cracked black pepper, and also add a little bit less water than they tell you to, so the cheese gets a little thicker. It's actually decent. But if you're going to go down that route, I honestly think, and I know I'm getting way off topic, but Annie's, Annie's macaroni and cheese, they make a cup noodle product that is actually good. But it's expensive. It's like $2 instead of like $1.
Yeah, I remember. I think it's. I just found a photo of it. I think it's called Maruchan, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Maruchan. I've always seen it, but I've never dared eat it because I've seen what Nissan can do and I've seen what Top Ramen can do. So when I see it, I just go,
It's definitely like it's a little step below. It's a little.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a step below the bottom.
So, Anissa judged Tom Sachs like food-based rocket in the beginning, and then her rocket turns out to be food-based as well, like 2/3 food-based. What's that about?
It's the universal. Like, there's a lot more food if you want to keep digging. I mean, we've got the king. McDonald's is there. Like, I mean, to me, that's my dream perfect rocket because those colors are just so good.
In this community, it's like it's a thing already for quite a while that we can turn every single conversation in a food conversation. And I think at this point it would be sacrilegious to not ask you pineapple on pizza.
Ooh, well, I think it's all about the execution. Like, you can go to a regular, like, shitty, like, electric oven pizza place in the city, gas oven, whatever, and you get pineapple and pizza. If it's done, anything done with style and grace can be amazing. If it's done casually without care, it's disgusting. So, I like a sweet and salt combo. Obviously, I'm the inventor of the Rizzio. So, but, I want it to be done right. I want good, like, sweet tomato sauce. I want, the better cheese of, and I also I like Neapolitan pizza, but I also like regular, like, New York style pizza too. It's just like, if it's done with style and grace, almost anything can be good. But if you do that, I like it Hawaiian style with ham.
All right.
Okay, so we have some submissions coming in. So Turok J selected Adderall, Scotch tape, and Ferrari tail. Who wants to start first?
Whoa.
Tom, I'm going to let you hit it off.
He's the master.
Okay. So like, this is my kind of guy or gal. Like, you somehow got your life into a situation where you got a Ferrari, which is a pretty big achievement, but you're also still committed to, like, your work and you're a maniac because you take Adderall and you just, like, fucked up your Ferrari and you got to be somewhere. So you're using Scotch tape to tape the, like, $12,000 bumper back on. And, like, the high low of a Ferrari, which is, like, the best handmade thing I can think of. And then Scotch tape, which represents the lowest form of, like, craftsmanship. Like, if you have to use Scotch tape to fix the thing, something's fucked up. Like, and also Scotch tape's the beginning and the end. Like, the first thing you make as a child, a sculpture, you make with Scotch tape because you can't hurt yourself with it. And the last thing you make in your life when you're on your deathbed is Scotch tape because you're so feeble that that's all you can manage is Scotch tape. So, yeah. So this is like a craft. This is like a sculptor. The sculptor made this rocket.
Interesting. I was thinking that maybe they had to tape the Ferrari together because of Adderall, and so I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. You can go anywhere with this. This is amazing. I love it. Awesome.
I was gonna say, we felt like the attitude that Charlie and I had a couple of late nights getting the rocket factory up and operational with Tom, which is like Adderall, stay up all night, do whatever it takes to put things together and do it at the speed of a Ferrari and at the level of execution.
Yeah.
So I think like Adderall, Scotch tape, Ferrari, like those are key attitudes I would look for in anyone on our team.
Yeah, that's a maker's rocket.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's like very much studio attitude.
I love these. I love these so much. I love your story. Charlie, what's your story?
Oh, okay. So I'm a huge NASCAR fan, and I go to a NASCAR race every year, every summer out in Pennsylvania, and me and my girlfriend go and camp right along this edge of the track. And so my dream rocket is like what my perfect setup for my campsite would be. Like I imagine landing my rocket trackside at the NASCAR race. And so the only thing I want is McDonald's as the nose, Marlboro, cigarettes for the body, and a shit ton of Budweiser in the tail. And that's all I need for the whole weekend. I'm good.
Are you sure you don't need Skippy for like the extra energy booster?
No. Covered. I'm a simple man. Cigarettes, McDonald's, and beer. And loud car.
Simple needs. I love it.
And like, if you know Charlie, like, it's real. It's not like, are you wearing a Kyle Busch shirt underneath there?
I am actually.
So
Oh my God.
show your shirt. Show
Oh
your
my God.
Kyle Busch. Always.
Oh my God. I love it. Yeah. Oh my God. He's a true fan. It's hilarious because last time it was Tom who revealed underneath, and it was just like Picasso, and this time it's Charlie. It's crazy. It's like
we were close to the heart.
Yeah, personally.
10 bullets on the outside, but inside is, what's close to you.
Absolutely. Okay, so I'm going to move on to our next combination. So DK Lounge said Hermes Rocket. So any story? So I think it's like just the entire rocket is Hermes. What is your story? Aram, I'm throwing it on to you.
Well, I think this is the kind of person who really appreciates luxury and craftsmanship. Kind of more traditional. And I mean, they've got good taste in color, because for me, there's no better color than orange. Maybe a controversial statement, but yeah, a craftsman.
A craftsman. I like that. Okay, I'm gonna throw this to Gian as well. Hermes full-on rocket.
Oh my God.
Their story.
Oh, you're gonna throw this on me. Okay, so yeah, I would say it's a very versatile rocket, right? Because if you're gonna be traveling, at least you wanna have something to make clothes of, and leather works really well sometimes. You wanna have the skill to be able to sew that together. And I even saw like an artist partnership where they had vegetable Birkin bags. And so that covers the food as well. It's related to that brand. So yeah, reasonably well prepared to travel. That's the Hermes Rocket for me.
Absolutely.
But what about you? What about you? You can throw this on me like this.
Okay, so my story for this person is they're based in France, Francais, Paris. They're huge into the Hermes franchise and just the entire branding scene. I think that they are big into history because Hermes has a long history, and that they're also great at marketing because Hermes is great at controlling scarcity for their brand. And so they clearly have some kind of marketing genius head there. And I think they're an innovator because maybe they're a business owner and they're looking to take it to the next level, and they use Hermes as the marketing strategy template. So that's the type of person on who I think would choose an Hermes full-on rocket too. So clearly a diehard fan.
Can I add just a couple things about why Hermes is I think it's one of my favorites by far. Is Hermes started as a saddle maker, so it has a military history, and as you know, like rockets, like are a military thing. They're the going to the man on the moon, putting a man on the moon was like a military scale PR operation in the Cold War. Like it wasn't a war, but it was like a war of the minds. And Hermes represents to me, it's always been like the NASA of fashion, like the highest level brand. If NASA is the best brand in science, if you say you work in NASA, it's a status thing, and people like move out of your way. Same with Hermes. It's like very conservative, very high quality, incredible history in something really concrete like saddle making, and they still make saddles. And so it's something that I always aspire to in the things that I make. I always try and buy things that are at Hermes, but they're just too fancy for me, for my taste. I even tried to get a wrist strap for my Apple Watch, but it wasn't right. So, I've got anyway, I must have wear G-Shock anywhere, but it's, there's a great tradition, even on their logo is, the carriage with a horse and all the tackle, because that's all leather made stuff. So again, made and made with care.
That is amazing. Yeah, no, 1,000%. They definitely have a very rich history, and I love that you mentioned that you also bought into it as well. But I love it, and yeah, they still take on the saddle making tradition, and no, I love it. And I think that, a lot of the community said that you guys manage your scarcity with your project really well too. So I think that's very in line with your Hermes branding as well. So if you really look up to that brand, I think that you guys have really, achieved that. Yeah,
we care. I mean, this project could have easily worked with 10,000 parts, but we didn't feel we had the resources to manage them as well. We want to make sure that every aspect of this project, including the physical launches, is done with a degree of care that we can always do. And I think that's why if you try and go buy a Kelly bag, you can't just always walk in and get one of the color you want. They don't stock them because they have to make them one at a time. They're very expensive. And I think that they're kind of a good value because they're like built to last generations.
Absolutely. It's like passing down from generation to generation. And I think it takes more than like one day to make one. So it's made with love. And you can tell with the project, it's made with a lot of love as well. So there you go. Amazing. This is so heartfelt. I love it.
It's really hard. So we have one here, and I have to show this one because it's just so beautiful.
Oh my God.
Minecraft, NASA, and Trojan.
But what did it said something? This is me in my jeans. What? Is me?
My jeans, a NASA t-shirt, and a Minecraft beanie.
Oh, I see.
It's him.
Oh yeah. So this is a self-portrait.
Yeah. I think to me in that context, it's like condoms as the socks, maybe.
Oh my God.
Someone else's shoes. Sometimes you wish you had those. Like the ultimate sock.
The ultimate socks, just rubber.
But also the condom fits in that little watch pocket of your jeans. It's like such a weird leftover pocket that's not good for anything.
Wasn't that like a Levi's ad at one point?
Is that right?
Yeah,
they took it.
What is this for?
Oh, they take that condom out. Yeah.
Edgy band in the South or something.
Yeah. I think I remember that ad.
It's fitting. I mean, I think in the call before, like with Charlie and Aaron, we were just talking about, how everyone essentially has like a spirit animal, but also you can also have a spirit rocket, right? And I think this is really it, right? It's just encapsulating who you are. And this is literally a physical representation maybe of this person.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think that's an important part of this project is that we create, we choose, or, in the tradition of spirit animals are chosen by the tribal elders and assigned to someone as part of the ritual of the rite of passage. But we're a little heretical, disrespectful Americans who like steal concepts like spirit animals and make them our own. And although maybe insensitive to to faiths that practice that at core of their ideology. The idea of assigning yourself to aspirational attributes of an animal is universal. We all say fly like an eagle, run like a gazelle. And so with a rocket like this, I think it's important that we pick the things that define us. Like and consumerism is our religion. So if you wear a Nike Craft beanie, it's because that's who you are. You believe in the values of Nike Craft, which are the values of transparency, and you love NASA for all the things that it does too.
Yeah. No, I think I know this person. I think I have an idea of who this person is. Yeah. Yeah.
And so I think this is a great rocket because it's very transparent.
Yeah, definitely.
I love it. It's very raw and authentic, and I think it's exactly what this project is.
Yeah.
But on to our next submission by David Pollock. So someone chose a Skippy tail, Campbell Suit body, and a Nike Craft nose. I'm gonna throw this to Charlie. You have to make a story of why this person chose this, and who is this person?
It was a Skippy tail.
So it's a Skippy tail. It is a Campbell Suit body, and it is a Nike Craft nose.
Oh my gosh.
It's a tough one. One.
Yeah. Okay, so peanut butter, Campbell Soup, and the Nike Craft.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's maybe someone is on a budget advertising their hat or their Nike Craft or something, or maybe that's what's happening, or they're an athlete and they're gearing up on the peanut butter in the morning as that quick burst of energy. Campbell's, what's the most it would be soup. Yeah, I know, but what's a high protein Campbell soup?
Oh,
I'm just trying to think.
You get one of those ones with meat,
chunky.
Yeah, Campbell's chunky, but
yeah, and maybe they're preparing for a marathon. Maybe they're running a marathon in their Mars yards.
They're carb loading,
and they're running it with a can of Skippy and a can of soup, and just going back and forth. I think that's what's happening. I think
I love it.
That's plausible. Someone out there is doing that.
I love it. Tom, throwing it to you. So Skippy tail, Campbell body, Nike Craft nose.
Oh shit! I gave Charlie I didn't realize I was going to have to do it. But I think given the food options, given the limited food options within the Rocket Factory, if I'm really going to have to eat something, soup is good food. Campbell Suit, that was one of their slogans. So it is food. It just keeps you going. I think they are an athlete. There's no Marlboro cigarette in this thing. And yeah, I eat peanut butter with oatmeal every day. That's one of my main things. And I'll never forget the can of tomato soup that I had, because when there was a big snowstorm in 96, and we borrowed a friend's Jeep, and we went snowboarding behind the Jeep in the streets of Soho, banking off the cars that were plowed in. And so all of Worcester Street was a gigantic half pipe, and we carved and jumped off hoods for hours until our legs were completely destroyed. And all we had was Campbell Soup, and it was the most delicious soup I've ever eaten. So I see this person as an athlete. Clearly, I can't think of a better combination of materials here.
Absolutely. So you're close. So the person said, my dream rocket is Skippy tail that Mars Yard Overshoe has, and my Campbell Suit body because I love pop art and making stamps, and Nike Craft nose for the wear tester journey I am always on.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's our people. So that's huge.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so our next submission is a Bryan Head. So Bryan from Family Guy, a Yoda body, and a Hello Kitty tail. And this one, I'm gonna throw to Gian first.
No! Okay. So I'm gonna say this person at least was the first one to care about entertainment, right? And maybe all the other ones are gonna survive the trip, but this one at least will have fun and it's not going to be bored while he's at it, you know. And I mean, he has a Yoda there, which can probably help with interplanetary travel. And yeah, I would say a lot of entertainment. But other than that, he's overlooking a bunch of aspects. It's a fun one. It's a fun one.
It's definitely a fun one. So
I think this one's about enlightenment because Bryan represents like he's kind of like the Family Guy equivalent of Lisa Simpson. A student, but he's like, a pseudo-intellectual. He's a little pretentious, a little alcoholic, but he's definitely like the most thoughtful person on the show. And he's always aspiring to like learn and be better, but he's like aware of his problems. He's like kind of fucked up and conflicted. And Yoda is kind of like he's like the pop culture Buddha, right? But he's also in conflict because at the end of episode 4, he's kind of outcast when he has to go to Dagobah after like the fight happens. I'm sorry, episode 5. Episode 5.
No, episode 2. Yeah.
So confusing. At the end of episode 2, he's like sent off. His part of the hero's journey is he's like rusticated. He's failed. He's like kind of fucked up until he finds the part of the hero's journey where he becomes teacher, and he helps Luke on his hero's journey. So Yoda, as wise as he is a character mired in conflict, whereas Hello Kitty represents pure enlightenment in that she's the ultimate merchandising icon, and she doesn't even have a TV show or a book or anything. It's just all about her commercialization, and in that sense, she's pure and perfect. She doesn't even speak. So like there's an ascension. I would even reverse it if it was my rocket. I'd put Bryan in the middle of Yoda on the bottom and Hello Kitty on top as like the rise to enlightenment.
Oh, I'm just blown away by the fact that you can remember that it's the end of episode 2. How do you guys remember that? At 10 minutes, 20 seconds.
It's at the end of episode 3 because the next episode 4 is Star Wars: The New Hope. It's like the beginning. So yeah.
How do you guys know that?
Oh yeah,
pay for that.
It's called Anissa. It's called being a nerd. I don't know.
Oh my god!
And like I almost want to nerd shame you for not knowing that.
I actually haven't watched Star Wars yet.
What?
Okay, it's been really great knowing you. See you later.
Oh my god!
But in all fairness, and I'll say this, and I'll die on the cross for saying this. There's only one good Star Wars movie. And it's the only one worth watching. All the others are like, because you like that one so much, you might want to watch the others. But there's only one that's actually a good movie. And we all know which one it is. I don't need to
Okay, tell me then, because then I will be able to skip all the rest.
Please. Oh, you don't know either, Gian?
I never watched.
What kind of cryptic do you call yourselves? I mean, okay, someone please type in Twitter which one it is, because there's only one.
Yeah. It's going to be unanimous.
It's going to be unanimous. And it's like, you'll see, it should come up within 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god, I really want to know.
We're gonna tell the answers. 1 second. Let me put it on Discord. Guys,
Googling it, yeah.
Did you find the answer yet? It is. What is it? You were just saying the one you like.
Oh, there's only.
I mean, that's.
What is it? What is the best Star Wars movie?
Every Star Wars movie ranked from worst to best. Okay. The Empire Strikes Back.
There you go.
Oh wow, we found it! Amazing. Okay, so I only need to watch one movie.
Yeah,
that's great.
That's the only one.
It's the same.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But I have one other rocket that I want. This one I want Anissa to tell us why this was assembled. The cone is USPS. the main body is Tiffany's, and the bottom is NASA.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So this person, this is just a storytelling, so it doesn't have to make sense. But essentially, I think that this person is working with Elon Musk. They're trying to colonize Mars. So they're sending a spaceship with, I don't know, they're collaborating with NASA or something, even though he has SpaceX already, but it's collaborating with NASA to bring silverware up to space. All right? Because I think like Tiffany used to be the primary silversmith in the country, so it makes sense to bring luxury silverware up to Mars. And so they want to do the speedy, right? Because like, you know, people don't want to be using other cutlery. They want to be using Tiffany's. So that's why they use, USPS to, deliver super quickly. There we go. That's why. The collaboration must bring silverware up to Mars.
Tiffany's got that government contract.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Tiffany is still the world's largest platinum foundry. I went there last week, and they also lay the transatlantic cable from New York to somewhere in Europe, Paris or London. And so the first cable that connected the continents was made by Tiffany. So it's kind of like the first internet, sort of.
Oh my God.
But I think that this is a romance rocket. I think this is, and maybe it's about Elon Musk or someone else who like lives in space, but like has like their love interest on Earth, and they have to use NASA and the USPS to connect the two. Like maybe this is two star-crossed lovers that can never meet in different worlds. And Tiffany is like the wedding ring or the symbol of their love, and NASA and the space program represent space and Earth.
Oh, interesting. I like that one.
You went deep on that one, right? Oh my God, stop trying so hard, man. How are we going to have a chance?
I'm sorry. I just like, when you're a good storyteller, it's not my fault.
I just love that. You know what? I'm going to crush it.
Very humble as well, I can see.
Keep bragging if you can back it up, brother.
And where's Aram? We need her to tell her story.
Aram's better than all of us.
She ran away.
Yeah, she went away because she could beat me any day.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah,
she still might, because the community is going to vote on this one.
Yep.
So I'm going to be putting up the vote. Tell us, who is the best storyteller? There we go. It's on our Discord, guys. You just have to click and react according to the emoji of who you think did the best. And you don't even need to be fair. You can just do whatever.
Yeah. Choose your faves.
Oh, if I don't get any votes, I'm going to be so sad. Oh, I tied with Tom Sachs. What the fuck?
Oh my God.
Yeah, Charlie could break the tie.
Yeah.
No, what are you guys doing? No, that's wrong. Stop. No, you guys need to be objective. Stop like hitting the people that you like.
Yeah, all right.
I see you voting for everyone. There. How is that going to help us decide?
Yeah. Egos.
Hey, but this isn't really about us. It's more about the rockets and the stories that the community is telling. We want to know your stories. So although John and I will have a blood feud over who's the best storyteller, we really want to hear your stories, and we really do.
Yeah,
because that's the most important.
I think it's interesting, it's so many different experiences can come up with so many different stories. I mean, even just, with us, right? I mean, every single person is able to come up with a different narrative. And I mean, the hashtag has just been overwhelming with people telling their stories. Some people were like, McDonald's is my favorite. I grew up eating it. And, it's heartfelt. It's raw. It's unauthentic. And I've never seen anything like this, It represents people's stories and their background. And I think this project is a great way or a great gateway in order to bridge that gap or bridge the gap in the conversation, right? Because a lot of people in this crypto space, they say anonymous, they don't really talk much about themselves. But for this project, it's like, you really get to open up yourself through rocket components, So it's like going through to a rocket straight to your heart. If that makes sense.
Oh, it really is. It really is. Oh my God. Yeah, this project really connects people. And when we first interviewed Tom, he was talking about community and the communities that he was participating and just enjoying the projects. And that the biggest part of it was to be able to talk with other people who had similar ideas. So I'm just mind blown with this project. I'm so happy to see it succeeding. And it's always a pleasure to talk with you guys. And yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And thank you all for listening and participating. Like I said, Anissa, John, doesn't work without you and everyone else who's putting together their dream rockets. This doesn't work without you. We're all going together. So thank you.
We're definitely going together. And that said, Tom Sachs, if people would like to find you, where can they find you? Drop your social links.
So
Tom Sachs Rocket Factory, TS Rocket Factory on Twitter. There's links to the Discord on there. Otherwise, Tom's Instagram, Tom Sachs on Instagram, and there.
Tom Sachs Twitter too.
Yeah, and Tom Sachs Twitter. Just follow them all. And
they're all different. And I would encourage you to go. If you are new to the Tom Sachs world, I'd encourage you to go on Instagram and look at all the movies that Charlie and I have made in the past year. We were like heavy quarantine. We taught a class called In Situ Resource Utilization, ISRU. We're not wearing patches now. We've moved on to our rocket patch, but that has a lot of the seeds of this project and some clues to the future of this project.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
So if you want to know where we're going, look where we've been.
I love this is like the motto. If you want to see where we're going, just look where we've been. I love it. All right, guys. Well, it's been a pleasure having you, as Jan mentioned, and I cannot wait to see you on Whale FM again. And let's all go together.
We're gonna make this daily now.
Anytime. I would talk to you guys anytime.
Oh, thank you very much.
All right, guys, have an amazing day. Huge shout out to StreamText and everyone on Twitter for tagging us and providing these amazing stories. Keep doing it. And yeah, have an amazing day, everyone. See ya.
Yeah, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you.